Good evening from sort of Epcot.
We're just outside of the International Gateway.
You might be able to see part of the Skyliner station behind us. We're not doing the Skyliner just yet, but it is on the plans for this evening. We have more Halloween treats to do.
And today, we're going resort hopping.
There are several resorts that only have Halloween treats this week through tomorrow. So those of us who work days, well, we have to try and cram them all in these 2 days.
Yes, we do. So, I'm glad you joined us.
Come along and let's see what we find.
We're going to start today's adventure at the Beach Club and the Marketplace.
We are here at the Beach Club where we came for the Mummy Cupcake, the Halloween treat here at Yacht and Beach. There are actually 2 treats, but one is a tiramisu. The only thing they've done to it is put a pretzel skeleton on top. I can't have tiramisu, so we just got the Mummy Cupcake. We thought. We went in there, picked up our mobile order, and what we got was something entirely different. I didn't even think about it until I got out to the table, opened it up, and thought, we ordered a Mummy Cupcake, didn't we? The box simply says seasonal cupcake. Luckily, they do have the Mummy Cupcake, and Mary very kindly gave them both to us. We bought the seasonal, but she handed me the Mummy and said, don't worry about it, I misread the order. I love Disney. The Mummy Cupcake is a chocolate cupcake filled with pumpkin flavored mousse, decorated with buttercream and white sprinkles. It's cute as it can be, and we've had very good luck with chocolate and pumpkin in the past. Admittedly, it was Gideon's chocolate and pumpkin, but still, I do like the flavor mix.
I like the googly eyes.
Well, it is decorated very, very cutely. Now we'll see how it tastes. Little white sprinkles everywhere. But isn't he cute? Let's see if I can go right between the little mummy eyeballs.
Ooh.
Now it's cold, so this buttercream is causing problems already. Not a lot of filling, but not bad, and I wasn't expecting the fudgy bit on top. I hope that's really fudge. First, some buttercream. It's got crunchies in it. Just buttercream, not a lot of flavor. So that is all the filling that fits into that little dimple. That should be at most 2 bites worth, not a whole cupcake worth. Well, a half a cupcake worth. The pumpkin is delightful, and it makes the whole thing come together, and the cupcake doesn't seem as dry when you've got some filling. But since there's only enough pumpkin for 2 tiny bites, that's pretty much going to be all I eat of this is 2 bites, because the rest of it isn't worth it. I really, really, really wanted to like this cupcake. I love pumpkin and chocolate. If they'd added fudge, if they'd made the cupcake a little bit more chocolatey and certainly moister, this would have been a winner. As it is, it's a disappointment. It still tastes okay, but I wouldn't come back if I knew this was the way the cupcake was going to be put together. Disney is proving time and time again this year that filling doesn't mean filling. Filling means you get a taste of whatever the filling is. I'm hoping some of the other filled cupcakes, whether it's today or tomorrow, another time, will be better, because at least one of them is apple. We're just going to have to see, aren't we?
This is a really cute cupcake, but Elizabeth thinks it might be a little dry. I've got some of the buttercream here and some of the cake. The buttercream has almost no flavor to it at all. I'm going to try it with some of the mousse, some of the frosting, and some of the cake and see if that's any better. Okay, I've got some cupcake, some black buttercream, some white buttercream, and some mousse. If you can get all the flavors together, this cupcake really works. But there's so little mousse, and it is really the best part. If I was rating it just on looks, the buttercream mummy wrapping on the top of the cupcake is really nice, and I love the little googly eyes. On flavor, if there was a lot more mousse in there, which is the best part of the cupcake, I'd give it a much higher rating. But as it is, since there's so little, you really only get a couple of bites. Without it, it's really not a very good cupcake. So I'd probably put it down to a 5. Would I get it again? Well, it's not going to be here after tomorrow, so it's sort of academic, but if it was going to be here, I wouldn't come back for it.
Well, now we have the seasonal cupcake. It's not even on the menu yet, so it is going to be a complete surprise. The only thing we know is it is a yellow cupcake and there are chocolate coin Mickey ears on top. Is it filled? Don't know. Is the cupcake flavored otherwise? Don't know. It's a complete surprise. It has a thin layer there of something. Looks like it might be a spice something. Again, don't know. Do I sound like Olga here? Not Olga from Batu. We're talking about dark crystal here. Don't know. Just a plain buttercream. I've had it all over me, so I've already tasted that. It would be nice if they'd start flavoring their buttercream. Unfortunately, even when they say it's flavored, a lot of times it's not. Plain yellow cupcake. It's a little bit dry again. Now, looks like maybe there's actually a little layer and a little mousse or something here, something in the middle. I think it's supposed to be a custard. It's not cheesecake. So what I thought was a line of spice or maybe light caramel or something, looks like it's just the top of the cupcake. So they've baked other cakes to put on top? I don't know, it's very puzzling. But again, you can see that's all the filling there is. So if the filling is supposed to be the highlight, I'm not impressed. The custard's pretty good. It's fairly plain. I think it's supposed to be custard, maybe a pastry cream? It really doesn't have a lot of flavor, it's just faintly sweet. But it has a nice texture. It's a little bit vanilla. If you're going to be here during the fall season, I would not suggest this cupcake. It's just far too plain. I'm gonna try it here a little bit more bite, but if it had more of the cream in the middle, it could be really tasty, even though it's very simple, because the cream is nice. But again, there's like a tiny little finger print, not even a finger full, a finger print of filling. And the rest of it is dry cake, plain buttercream. I realize we're a little bit spoiled. Okay, we're a lot spoiled with Gideon's, but Disney really needs to step up their game. If they're gonna charge $5.50 or $6 for a cupcake, it needs to have some flavor. And if they're gonna call it filled, it needs to have some filling. Not bad if all you want is a plain cupcake. Disney can do better. Maybe the next ones will be, we'll hope.
I'm gonna try the filling absolutely first. It's white. It really doesn't have a whole lot of flavor on its own. It is kind of creamy. Let's try a bite with the filling, the frosting, and the cupcake. Well, I think the cupcake is actually pretty good. It's very plain. The filling doesn't really add anything at all. But the cupcake flavor itself is, although not extraordinary, not too bad. I would not get it again, but on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it a 6. It's really not horrible. Am I going to finish it? Probably not.
Our next stop is the Riviera Resort. We've had wonderful luck there with treats, so we're pretty excited about that one. The only way to get to Riviera is on the Skyliners. It's right the other side of France. You can almost see it from here, but we have to go to Caribbean Beach first. That's the hub, so we'll have to get off there, turn around and come back to the Epcot line and just stop at Riviera first.
We've gotten off the Skyliner and we've made it to the Riviera.
I can't believe I messed that up. I said you had to go through the Riviera to Caribbean Beach Hub and back again. Why would they not stop at a resort? They want resorts to have access to the parks. Silly me. So, straight from Epcot to Riviera. You do have to go around a transfer, but not through a station. It's just a turn the direction of the cars.
At the Riviera, we're headed to the Le Petit Cafe.
Here at the Riviera, we were coming for things we found online. One was a caramel milk chocolate mousse, chocolate hazelnut cheesecake, covered in a roasted white chocolate shell. The other one was the same caramel milk chocolate mousse, chocolate hazelnut cheesecake, but covered in a dark chocolate glaçage. And they were supposed to be separated by weeks, except this weekend they would both be here. Instead, we found a spooky bat. The person behind the counter told us that it seems to be very much like the dark chocolate acorn. It is a milk chocolate caramel mousse, chocolate hazelnut cheesecake, and covered in what I think looks like a milk chocolate glaçage, but it's definitely something shiny, which is what I think the glaçage means. I haven't looked at that. It's $7.95. Seems a little high, but Le Petit Cafe is usually a little pricey, and so far, always delicious. All right, let's see if we can divide this little bat right between the eyes. Not easily.
Oh, his little eyes squished right in.
Well, he's squishy. He's a squishy bat. Looks like he belongs in Monsters, Inc. He's definitely squishy and sticky. There we go. It looks like maybe just a mousse. I don't see anything cheesecakey. So, doesn't look like there's anything different in here. Ooh, the chocolate wing goes all the way down. Look at that. Interesting. I think it is cheesecake. It must be a whipped cheesecake. It definitely has that tang of a cheesecake. I taste the caramel. I definitely taste the chocolate. I think this might be a really good one to end on tonight.
I'm really looking forward to this. It's an incredibly cute dessert, and Le Petit Cafe has never done us wrong. So, here we go. I've got some of the mousse or cheesecake mousse. I got the chocolate, and if you look very carefully, I've got one of the little eyeballs. That's pretty darn good. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give this an 8. It's good. It's really good. Is it fabulous? No, but it's pretty good. I would get it again, and it is definitely cute as a button. So, another winner. Well, it's getting dark, and I had to go to work again this weekend, so I'm getting pretty tired. We did not get to do everything we planned, so this was a shorter trip than usual.
But we ended well.
Yes, we did.
We were definitely thinking about a few more places, but a couple of cupcakes and then end with a lovely bat here at Riviera.
Jay was so cute.
I like bats anyway, but when you make one out of chocolate caramel cheesecake, it's a pretty good bat.
That's a good bat.
So we are going to be headed back home, back on the Skyliner for just a quick trip over to Epcot, and then I'll walk through the park to get back to our car.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, that really helps. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Come on, get your friends.
We could always use more. So share it with your friends. And with that said, I'm Art.
I'm Elizabeth.
And this is Our Life on the Go.